Welcome back to BGC to Go and our next episode of Storytime with Staff. We're going to read Milton and Odie and the Bigger Than Big Mouth Bass by BreAnn Fraser. Milton and Odie and the Bigger Than Big Mouth Bass. Milton stumbles out of bed and swipes the frost from his window. Bah, what a miserable day for ice fishing. Odie leaps out of bed to check the weather. Ah, what a beautiful day to test my luck on the lake. Milton drills a hole, hooks a worm, and dunks his tangled line. Kerplunk! In the lonely stillness, he waits, and nothing. Not a nibble, not a bobble, not a bite. Odie saws a hole, hooks a worm, and lets his sleek line sink. Kerplink! In the splendid stillness he waits, and nothing. Not a nibble, not a bobble, not a bite. Bet this lake has nothing worth catching, Milton mumbles. He hauls up his line. No wonder there's no nibble. This worm has no wiggle. I'll try my bait with more jiggle. Milton plucks a red thread from his sock. Phew, this stinky string will have to do. Kerplunk. Bet this lake is brimming with catches, Odie sings. He reels in his line. Oh, no wonder there's no nibble. This weary worm needs a rest. I'll try bait with more zest. He pulls a stick of gooseberry gum from his pocket. Yum! Gum and get it, fishies. Kerplink. Milton's bobber bobs. His pole bends. He gives a yank and pulls an old sole from the hole. Just my luck, a yucky mucky boot. Odie's bobber bobs. His pole bends. He gives a heave and lands a very wet net. What great luck! A super fish scooper. Milton feels even less hopeful. Still, he drops in his line again. Kerplunk. Odie knows something even better waits below. He drops in his line, of course. Kerplink. Milton checks his watch. His bobber bobs. His pole bends. Ah, I've snagged the bottom. He gives a yank and reels back the slack. Odie hums a merry tune. His bobber bobs, his pole bends. Woohoo! I've hooked a big one. He gives a heave, but can't hang on. Milton pulls Odie's pole up through the hole. What good are two poles when there are no fish? Milton kicks his bucket and heads for home. Time to fetch another pole. Odie scoops up his bucket and springs for home. By chance, Milton and Odie meet. Hey, you found my pole, Odie exclaims. Hey, your gum's stuck to my thread, Milton grumbles. Care to join me, asks Odie. I'm fishing for a big-mouth bass. How do you know there's one down there, asks Milton. How do you know there isn't, asks Odie. Milton had never asked himself that before. For just a second, Milton imagines what might be below the ice. He drills a new hole, hooks a worm, and dunks his tangled line. Kerplunk! Odie saws a new hole, hooks a worm, and lets his sleek line sink. Kerplink! In the stillness, they wait. I have a not-so-little nibble, Milton shouts. I have a bigger-than-big bobble, Odie hollers. Milton gives a yank. Odie gives a heave. They reel back their slack, and together they net a bigger-than-big-mouth bass. Why are you still fishing? Odie asks. We've already caught a bigger-than-big-mouth bass. How How do we know there isn't another one down there? Milton asked. Oh, that's the spirit, cheers Odie. And so, together, they imagined the possibilities. Can you imagine the possibilities? All the fun you're going to have at BGC when you come back? Have a good day. Talk to you later.